Hi guys, this is gonna be a review on a Joker film. There's a new Joker film with Joaquin Phoenix. Its supporting cast consists of Robert De Niro and Zazie Beetz and some other cast members as well that I can't remember right now. I actually just came back from the movie like 1 hour ago, I would say. And you know what? I mean, I like to critique movies a lot, especially the movies that I'm looking forward to. And Joker was my most anticipated film of this year, so I was looking forward to it the most. And when it came out, I was, I mean, not came out. Sorry, when I went to see it tonight. It's 3:52 a.m. right now, and I'm making this review. I don't know why, but I'm just making it because I'm so excited to tell about this film to people, but I don't want to spoil anything. I was very like when the film started from the first scene, I was like, shit, okay, let's go, let's go. I'm gonna critique this shit fucking film and from start to finish, and I'm gonna make sure that I get everything. And I was like literally like I didn't blink, I didn't fall asleep, I didn't yawn, I didn't do anything. I was so focused on the film, and the film grabbed your attention from start to finish. Like you couldn't roll your eyes or you couldn't like look away from it. Like Joaquin Phoenix. First of all, I just want to say this: Joaquin Phoenix deserves a nomination for an Oscar. He deserves to be nominated, and it has to be. It has to happen. If he gets snubbed, I'll be shocked. He gave a fucking amazing performance. I loved everything about his performance. There is no complaint. No complaint. Some people will ask, was he better than Heath Ledger? I can't say he was or he wasn't. I love both of the Jokers the same level, but they're both different. I can't really compare them. But what I liked about Heath Ledger's Joker, I think more is of his more like his philosophy, I guess, about people, about just about life in general. I liked his Joker in that way a little bit more, I guess, but that doesn't make him better than Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, if you know what I mean. I don't know how to explain it very well, but hopefully you understood what I tried to say. There was something about Heath Ledger's Joker that still is like when I remember, or whenever I rewatch The Dark Knight, I can just remember every quote he says in the movie. It's just automatic. I watched that movie 1,000 times, and I'm blown away by his performance every time I watch. And I was blown away by Joaquin Phoenix's performance as well. But Heath Ledger's there was something about Heath Ledger's Joker. I don't know. I don't know. There was something about Heath Ledger, man. Rest in peace. But back to the film, Joaquin Phoenix, like I said, he gave an amazing performance. What can I also say? I think the cinematography for the film was amazing. It looked beautiful. The film looked beautiful. Okay, it really captured the Gotham look. It did. The cinematography was exactly how we expected it to be for this kind of film. Because this film is, trust me, it's disturbing. It is in certain parts. Very violent, I would say. There was one particular scene in this film that I thought was like I expected it to happen. Like you will know when you see it. It's like I expected it to happen, but I didn't expect it at the same time how it's gonna happen. But it's very interesting how it happened, and when it happened, I didn't expect it to be as brutal as it was. Like that particular scene, and when you trust me, when you get to that scene, you will know what I was saying about, because that scene, it was so fucking brutal, like so brutal. But there was also one scene before that scene, which also was very violent and dark. But that one kind of jump scared me a little. I didn't expect it at first. It just the way it happened, I didn't expect it. I don't know why. I just didn't expect it. And when it happened, I was like, "Fuck, what?" I was like, "Movie, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Like, what is this? Like you fucking jump scared me with this shit." And how that scene just play. You will know which scene I'm also talking. There's only like three maybe four, I would say maybe five even, like very like violent kind of disturbing scenes really. Obviously Alpha Flag, aka Joker, I mean, you know, he's disturbing throughout the movie. Obviously, a lot of people who reviewed this film already, they said that they actually sympathized with the Joker. They actually felt bad for the, for Alpha Flag and stuff like that. I would say yes. I also fucking felt bad for him. Like for first half of the movie, I was actually feeling bad for what was happening to him. Not only because he already had mental health problems, but he. I don't know if that's a spoil. I hope it's not. I think you can clearly see by the trailer that he has mental problems. But also, the stuff that happens in his personal life that just completely traumatizes him, and it's just that's where his transformation happens. He already was a mental unstable person, and the personal problems even increased that. And he just became. That's where he started transforming to the Joker. I'm just trying my best not to spoil the movie. That's where he transformed to the Joker, and I would say the last 40 minutes of the movie, maybe the last 35, I would say, minutes of the movie, it's just total chaos and mayhem. It's just the third half of the movie, I would say, was the strongest, and the first half of the movie, the way it started and the way it ended, it was the strongest. The first half and the third half is the strongest parts of the movie. The second half of the movie, I liked a lot. It was amazing, but there was minor problems I had with it, and there was one scene. I also had one little minor problem with the third half of the movie, but it didn't really affect it that much. But it was still a little problem for me. I guess I'm gonna say that scene in the third half first that bothered me, and that scene was with. I'm not gonna spoil it, but that scene. I'm just gonna say it, and I think some reviewers maybe already mentioned it. It's a scene that we already seen before, and that we didn't need to see again. I understand why they did that, okay? And the way it was edited, and the way it was done, it was done. It was well done scene, but I didn't need to see it again. That's the only problem I had with the third half of the movie. There was one scene in particular that just was like, okay, whatever, But I liked the way it was done, but I just didn't need to see it again. The first half of the movie, I don't have any problems, no issues. I thought it started so fucking good, ended so fucking good. In the middle, the movie never slowed down. That's a good part. That's a good thing about the movie. The movie never slowed down. It felt actually kind of, when it ended, I was like, it's finished. Like what? Like Jesus, it went so quick. I wish it kind of went longer a little bit, And I do wish this film was a little bit longer. Like I do wish. I'm actually gonna go see this movie tomorrow again, because I need to see it second time and to judge it properly as well, because I watched this movie. I came back 1 hour ago, and it's like 4 a.m. right now, and I came back 2 hours ago from the movie, and my mind is still fresh and all, but but I still, for a movie like this, I do need to see it second time to judge it 100% and then to decide my final kind of verdict on it. But for now, I'm gonna say it's an amazing film, and like I said, it has minor issues, but for the most part, it's a fucking well done movie. It's a character study movie, and people, like, before, I forgot to say this, but people who expect to go to see this movie for the Joker, you might be a little bit disappointed, because the last 40 minutes, I would say, that's where the Joker comes in. I would say it's the last 40 minutes. For the most part, it's Alpha Flag, and you go with him everywhere. The supporting cast, like I said before, I think already in this review, the supporting cast doesn't really participate in the movie that much, as they're kind of in the background. And even when they are on the screen, Alpha Flag is present as well. And so the supporting cast wasn't there much, so you follow Alpha Flag, and the last half of the movie, the third half of the movie, you follow the Joker, and Obviously, you see the makeup a lot on him, but I would say the fully Joker transformation becomes on third half of the movie, after he does something that is just horrific. He does something that's just so horrific, and that's when he starts transforming completely to this fucking insane madman, you know. And but second half and first half is mostly just Arthur Fleck, and just him day by day, you know, kind of living with him, living throughout those two half of the movies, living with him, seeing him transforming to this insane character that we know that is Joker. And you know, like I said before, Working Things was amazing, and I have no complaints with his performance, with like nothing. Like literally, like I said before, he deserves a nomination, maybe even win an Oscar. I think he deserves it. At least a nomination. Don't snub him, like literally, fuck man, if they snub him I'll be so mad. He deserves a nomination. If you at least don't give him a win, at least give him a nomination, because he did a fucking amazing job. Todd Phillips, I think, deserves maybe a directing nomination. The way he directed this film is so fucking amazing as well. Like, I literally have barely any complaints about his directing, really. I can't even think of one complaint about the directing. The way he directed this film is fantastic. Like, I loved this is his best film, in my opinion. This is the best film that he directed by far. I mean, War Dogs for me was the best one that he directed before, but now for me, Joker is the best one. Joker, War Dogs, and then I would say Hangover was the first one. Those are his top three, like, films that he directed fucking amazingly. Joker, hands down. You know, if he got nominated, I wouldn't be surprised. He really deserves it. I wouldn't be surprised if this movie got nominated for cinematography. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. I wouldn't be surprised maybe even for the makeup. I wouldn't be surprised for costume design maybe. Well, for costume design I don't think so, but for makeup possibly. For the soundtracks as well, I think for the songs maybe. So I see this movie definitely be presented in the Oscars and being nominated and stuff like that. And possibly Joaquin Phoenix possibly could. He has like 80%, maybe 85% by now. I think soon it will be like 95% and get to 100. Like, I feel like he will have he already gets a lot, like a big buzz that he will get nominated. Like, everybody, even before the movie came out, people were already saying that he will get nominated. Like, by the trailers, everybody will, like, even critics were like, fuck, he will get nominated. Like, I mean, it's Joaquin Phoenix, what can you expect, you know? So, and it's a Joker role, and most of the people who play Joker get nominated. Most of the people, not Jack Nicholson or Jared Leto, but Heath Ledger and Joaquin Phoenix possibly. But you know, but that would be kind of funny though if he won an Oscar, because we have both actors winning an Oscar for the same roles they played. So for Heath Ledger, and that would be Joker, and for Joaquin Phoenix also Joker. That's kind of cool, I guess. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, I mean, what else can I say about the film? I mean, some writing of the movie I didn't particularly. That's another minor problem I have. There was some writing, not all of it. I mean, most of it I loved it. Most of the writing I loved, but there were some parts of the writing that I didn't like that much. Didn't really get me, you know. But most of the writing I loved. The first half of the movie, like I said, is perfect. The third half of the movie is perfect, with just one minor low problem. And the second half is amazing, but has minor problems, and that includes the writing as well. But man, I mean, I'm gonna go see it tomorrow again, and maybe I will feel something more. Maybe I'll feel something more, or maybe I will not. Who knows? Who knows? But you know, I do think you should go see it. Definitely go see this movie. I would say that you know that it's definitely a challenging film. It does challenge your mind. There's some, actually I forgot to mention this, but there's some twists as well that happen in this film. The ending of this film is kind of ambiguous. Like, the ending of this film is ambiguous. It makes, like, the ending doesn't exactly tell you how it ends. It's kind of leaves you thinking what's next, or it makes you think of your own ending of this film. You know, like this way it ended is simple, but with a twist, and you decide for yourself basically what the ending means for you. So when the movie finishes, you decide what the ending means for you. Like the movie doesn't want you tell you exactly, oh, you're supposed to feel like this or you're supposed to think like this. No, the movie wants you to think. I don't know if this is gonna make any sense, but the movie makes you want to think for yourself. There you go, for yourself. What the movie was trying to give to you, you know. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And you know, I actually never reviewed the film. This is my first time, so don't kill me. And you know, it is devastating, it is bold, it is raw, and it is gritty, and it's realistic approach to mental health problems, you know. And I was very surprised, you know, like when that first scene, and you know what I'm gonna talk about. That first scene, I was speechless. Actually, like that first scene, I was like, "Fuck, I'm actually getting into something that could be something that is just fucking special." And when it ended, I was upset because I was like, "Fuck, I need to watch it again," because I could easily watch it second time. And that's why I'm gonna go tomorrow and watch it again. And it's just brilliant. It's just a brilliant fucking film. It's everything that I wanted, and certain things that I wanted a little bit more, just tiny little bit more, but for the most part I got what I wanted. For the most part I got the most I wanted from the film. And the music, like I said, is just amazing, extraordinary. Like that staircase scene when he's dancing on that staircase, it's a brilliant scene. The way the music is used is amazing as well. And when he's in the bathroom, there's a bathroom sequence, in the toilet sequence, whatever you want to call it. After something that I'm not going to say what, but after something that Alpha Flags, the Joker, does, he runs somewhere and he gets inside. There's a bathroom, there's a toilet, and he starts just randomly dancing to the music. And for the most part, when he's dancing, the music is always playing. I think I remember watching one of the interviews of Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix, as they said that for them it's like the Joker always has music in his head, so they would always play music in those scenes, in those particular scenes where he's dancing, because Joker would always hear music in his head. And that actually explains, right in the end, that you will know what I mean, but in the end of the movie, just look in the end of the movie, there's a certain thing he says, not something he says, but there's something he does in the end of the movie that literally connects with what Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix was saying. Just look out for that little thing he does in the ending of the film. Literally in the end of the film, the last kind of like sequence scene. So just watch out for that little thing. And yes, it's fucking like, it's just I want to give it a masterpiece. I want to give it like a 10 out of 10, but I'm gonna give it, like, I have to watch it second time. I'm probably gonna give it, fuck, more I think about the movie, more I put pluses for it, you know, more I think about it now. I'll give it, Jesus, I'm definitely gonna give it a I'll give it a 9. I'll give it 9 out of 10. I'll give it 9 out of 10. Tomorrow I'm gonna watch it again. Maybe my decision will change. I wanted to give it like 8.7. To be fair, I wanted to give it like 8.7 out of 10, but it's very close to 9, so I'll give it just a 9, you know. But yeah, 9 out of 10. I think the movie is worth your time. I think you will not waste your money. So go see it with go see it with your family. Go see it with your girlfriend. Go see it with your brother, sister, cousin, grandma, grandfather, whoever you fucking want. take it, see this movie. But definitely, like there was a controversy about somebody saying that this movie portrays violence, and not portrays violence, but the way the movie is, that it can, if some people that are not right in the head, the people that have mental problems or depression or whatever, it can really cause some damages. And by watching this film, there was a controversy about that. I heard it somewhere on YouTube or something like that. And I mean, if you do, like, what I'm gonna say, if you do have like mental issues, like if you have mental problems, if you have depression, if you have some sort of, this movie definitely might not help you fix your depression or fix your mental problems. Like, if you're gonna watch this movie, because this movie is depressing. In some parts, it actually has some black. You're not gonna be surprised, but there's some parts that people laughed. There's some parts of the movie that people actually laughed, and I was one of them. I was laughing as well. There was three scenes that I actually fucking laughed to, unexpectedly. I didn't expect this movie to make me laugh, but there's three scenes that make me laugh, and you will understand which scenes. But there's one scene in the hospital that was kind of funny in a dark way. It was fucking funny. I loved it. You will understand which scene I'm talking about. It's in the hospital with. I'm gonna say just two things about this. It's a hospital with kids. And that scene is fucking hilarious, and it has this dark humor to it as well. So expect that. If you're a fan of dark humor, black humor, you have that a little bit here as well. But for the most part, it's a depressing film. It's a disturbing, depressing, raw, violent, and just a chaotic film. Like the last half of the movie is just mayhem. It's chaos. And so if you are like and I guess not right person in the head, if you are mentally ill or you are depressed or something is not right with your head, basically what I'm trying to say, definitely don't. I would not, definitely don't. I mean, it's your choice if you want to watch it or not. If you want to watch it, you go watch it. If you don't want to watch it, you don't watch it. But I would probably stay away from films like that if you do have issues like that, because it's not a pleasant film to watch. It's a actually, now when I think about it, it's not a family movie. Fuck, what am I saying? I said before that it's a family movie. It's not a family movie. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I mean, if you have those problems, then this movie maybe is not good for you, because it will make you probably feel more depressed. And so I would recommend it for everybody, but don't think like, I don't think this movie will cause big controversy or anything like that. I mean, it's a movie. It's just a movie. It's a film. This is a filmmaking at the best. This is a type of film that has to come out right now on our time, because trust me, everybody's going to be talking about this film. And the end of this film, everybody will talk in the cinema. Like, I heard people talk and shit about this film while walking, downstairs out of the cinema and shit. I heard people just talking about this film. Everybody was talking about this film. It's a film that will make you talk. And, this movie really portrays, what it portrays the most is people. It portrays the people the most. Like, for first and second half of the film, it shows what people really are and what people are capable of doing, and that people can be animals and people can be savages and people don't give a fuck about you. It really shows you what type of people we have on our planet, and there's a lot of people like that exist in our world right now, and it really the movie really wants to show us who we actually are. Like, not all of us, but people who are that, and I don't know if it would be kind of crazy if those people who bullied somebody like that, if those people were sitting in the cinema watching what they were doing to somebody in real life, watching this now portraying on the screen, that would be crazy, don't you think? Like, a bully watching what he committed on the screen and how disgusting that looks like. That's crazy, I would say. I mean, I don't want to brag about it, but like in school one time I did bully this kid, and I bullied him like every day for almost a year. And you know, I'm not fucking proud of it. It's the worst thing that I ever done, to be fair, in my high school years. And I bullied him. There was a reason why I bullied him. It's not because he's a geek or he's like this fat boy or something like that, or he's a weirdo. Nothing like that. It's just there was some reason I don't really want to talk about. It's private, but I fucking, you know, it's fucked up, you know. So when I watched it, I felt bad, you know. I looked back, I was like, fuck, you know, imagine if I was in his position, how would I feel? And you know, I was bullied as well. To be fair, I was bullied before I started bullying. I was bullied, and then I started bullying because I was like, you know, I had to let my aggression out on somebody and stuff like that. And then this person does something, and he does something not at the right time, and after that I started bullying him for a year for just doing that one thing that he wasn't supposed to do, and he did it, and I wasn't very happy with that, and it fucked him up for almost a year, which is something that is just not right. It's not how you're supposed to do it, you know, and it's not how you do the business, I guess you say. So when I was watching this, I felt very bad because I looked back at what I was doing and I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is fucking devastating. This is hard to watch, especially if you've done something like this or somebody done this to you, and I wasn't on both sides, you know, and it's crazy. It really shows what people are capable of and what people can be like. And I met a lot of people like that. People that the Joker met. I met those kind of people, and kind of a few times, to be fair, in my life, who are just disgusting, pure fucking brats. But you know what's satisfying is that one scene, that first brutal scene that happens in the movie. What was satisfying though? Those guys deserved what they got. Those guys deserved what they fucking got. I'm sorry, like maybe some people don't agree with me on that scene because that's just too brutal. Maybe you should just beat them up, not like do what he did. But like, man, I was so happy when he did that. I was like, you deserve that. I don't give a fuck about you. You cunts deserve that. Like, what the fuck? That's not right what you were doing before. So now, when you're in trouble, you're like fuck, help me. But my like, bro, like seriously, you know. So there was definitely something about that scene that I just loved. Like, it was dark. It was definitely a dark scene. It was brutal and dark, and I loved it. I fucking loved it. I loved the way it just happened, and it happened unexpectedly. I didn't expect it to happen at all. Like I said, I jump scared a little bit. I just jumped a little bit. I was like, shit, what the fuck? And when it happened, I was like, fuck. You know, it just I didn't expect it. It was amazing. I loved it, and those guys deserved it. And you will know which scene I'm talking about when you get to that scene. It happens in the first half of the film, and it's brutal, and it's very, very satisfying when it happens. So overall, like I said, I'll give this movie 9 out of 10. Go watch it. It's in the cinemas. Well, I watched it today, and I'm gonna go watch it tomorrow. It's 2nd of October. So in most of the countries coming out on 4th, I guess. So yeah, but in here it came out a little bit earlier. We had a premiere today actually for it. So we went to the first screening for it, and I was there as well. And there was a lot of people, and we watched it, and I was very fucking pleased with this film. So I'm gonna go watch it again, motherfuckers, and I want to judge it properly this time. I want to fucking do it, baby. I want to judge it. I want to judge it again, and maybe hopefully give it a 10 out of 10. Like, that's my aim for tomorrow. Try to give it 10 out of 10. See more good things about it, and try to avoid those minor problems I had with it for the first time. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I'm sorry for making this review so fucking long. I've been talking for 29 minutes, practically half an hour, and I'm sorry. My review is too long. You probably didn't even get to the end of this video, but it happens, okay? I'm just this type of person. I'm also a little bit, don't tell this to anybody, but I'm also a little bit high. So, yes. But hey, what can I do? Anyways, it's 4 AM. I'm gonna edit the shit, upload it, and then go sleep. Good night. Bye.